Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And if you can hear any humming in the background, that's my dehumidifier. Yeah, dehumidifier and AC. Oh my goodness, it's so humid here, it's horrible. Anyway, as promised yesterday, I've got a small haul, and I have done a few paper cuts, and I'll share those with you in a minute. And before I go any further, I'm just going to get my ruler because I'm always forgetting. Right, so first up is a set of square frames, which are absolutely gorgeous, and they cut an edge of a star. Now I have cut the small one, which I'll share in a bit, but they go up 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 in this set. So giving, oh, that's my string. I've just been threading stuff, so I've been using jute. Now I need to go from the edge of the star to the edge of the star because that's going to be the correct dimension, and that is 5 3/4 inches. That's the full size of the biggest square, which is huge. But you can see I cut that one apart because I cut the tiddly widdly one. And then next up, I'm not sure if these are the same size or not, I've got the same, which gives you a little heart edge. And I don't know if you can see the detail here, but it cuts that little bit out as well. And it doesn't matter which way around you have it, even if you want to go diamond shape with these dies, because you can see there's a heart finish at every single corner. Now if I put this here, is it the same size? Yeah, it is 5 3/4. So that's the size of the hearts as well. I'm just going to clear my throat. Right, next up, buttons. That's what I got. I've been looking at these for quite a while, and I thought I'm going to have them. They remind me of Christmas trees, but obviously they're buttons that layer up. But when I looked at that bit there, all I could see was 2 little eyes, and then I was thinking about a mouth as well. Haven't done that, but I thought it would be a nice idea. But as you can see, it cuts out that shape, which is very Christmas tree shaped, and you also get the outer frame. Now that means that you can cut an aperture in a card if you want to, put your acetate underneath, and then this frame will glue down on top of the acetate, giving you a border if you wanted to do a different colour within your card. And what I will do, because I am at the doctor's tomorrow, and I'm always forgetting what day of the week it is. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday today, and I'm at the doctor on Thursday, so I will be up on Friday to share these with you, because I just think there's several ways that you can do these. And there you go, I'm putting them down before even measuring again. So they've got wibbly wobbly edge, so I'm trying to do it the best way I can, and I'm going to say that's 2 7/8. And then the width on that is just over, yeah, 2 1/6. It's just over 2 inches. So they all layer up on top of each other. And then next up, me sticking with the theme again, and I've got the hearts. So buttons again, layer up. Now the hearts don't actually cut out a frame, they cut out the edge obviously, but then this border inside embosses it. So this is totally different, whereas that one will give you a frame, this one will give you an emboss. And your biggest heart going up here, I'm going to say is 2 5/8, and then the width on its widest bit is 2 5/8. So those are the hearts, and they all layer up once again. But if you look at dies, and I do, I always look at the images before I buy anything, because I want to see if something's a cut or an emboss, and you can feel it with your finger as well. Those 2 edges are the same height, whereas this, you can see it's lower than the cutting edge, and you can generally see that on photographs as well when you're looking on websites. If you feel a bit confused, if that edge looks below the cutting edge, it's going to emboss. So that's the Christmas tree shape, and that's the heart shape. And then I've got the star shape, and this is another one. If you have a good look at that, the cutting edge is the same height as the inner edge there, which means you're going to get a star and you're also going to get a frame. Now the biggest one is this one, so I'll get my ruler and go out here, and that's 3¼ inches, and I don't know if that's going to give a wider dimension. Nope, it's 3¼ inches, so that's the size of your biggest one. And then my cutting out, might as well start with the stars. These are all of the lovely frames that you get from those. So I cut them in yellow. But you can see they all cut out absolutely beautifully. Now if you've got a nice piece of cardstock, you know, you can just layer those over each other. I really love these. Or you can do some inking or anything that you want. And of course you can use them as buttons. I have cut those all out, and you can see they all layer up on top of each other. So you can tie those with some string. I have done that with the hearts to share, but the holes all match up, and then they layer up on top of each other. But if you want to do that as a journal closure, you just get your elastic and go down so that you've got your little loop at the front, and then knot your elastic. You can usually use those, oh, what do they call them? The hair bands, the long ones. You can use those, so you can just snip it, thread it through, and then knot it once you've gone through the bottom, and you'll be able to wrap it around your journal as a tie, or even on an envelope. If you've got a policy envelope, this can be used as a tie. You can just, you know, pop your string at the top, maybe use the smaller one or something, and then just wrap around the larger ones. So there's all different ways to use these, and I really like them. So I did my stars in yellow, and then I got a bit carried away. I'm showing the frame ones first. So I've got all my little trees, and I don't know why, and I hope you can see them, but I used a wood grain paper. So you can imagine those just on a piece of cardstock, layering over each other, and then a Merry Christmas sentiment done really, really simply, and just a very you know, thin line splash of watercolour going down. Use a bit of masking tape if you want to kind of like control the edge of it, and then just run your little tiny trees down the edge, and a little printed sentiment, a little quote strip or something, and they'd look really, really cute. So that's those. And then obviously you got the innies. So as I said, I apologise for the wood grain, but I layered those up, and the little one does layer up. It's just me fiddling with it, but I just think they're so cute. My camera's awful today. Ooh. Oh, that's a nice picture. Yes. We've entered the modern era. There you go. So those are the tree shapes. And then I did the hearts. So because I did it in Red and Craft, I've got the other set, so you can see what they look like. And then I actually threaded these up. But I just think that's a great embellishment. I really love that. Really chunky. Hey, look. All those lovely layers. Really love that piece. And then last but not least, I cut the frames, but I cut the smallest ones just to share with you. So that's what the little star looks like. And obviously that's what they'd look like if you cut the bigger ones as well. But do you see what I mean? You can have them going in whatever direction you want, and you've still got a full star. I've got my little star here. But you could do little tags, anything, because you can thread your twine through these little cut pieces here, and they do work. Look, I don't know if you can see that. They flip up if you want them to. So you can certainly put your twine through there to make a tag using the smaller ones. And then I just cut out the little heart-shaped one. I think that's so sweet. And they are connected in different ways. So if you want to go that way, you know, use that one, because I hope you can see that, because that bit's going to pop up. Ooh. doesn't want to behave. It's so grey outside. My camera goes all fizzy, you know, like somebody poured club soda in front of it or something. But that's the little heart one, and you can do excuse my throat, exactly the same as that. So that is my little haul, and I thank you so much for joining me today. And as usual, all links are below, and I will see you on Friday. Once again, have an awesome day. Bye.